we discussed storage devices. And I remember I told you that storage devices are the computer devices that we use to store, to keep our data, our information, and our programs on the computer system. I said that originally we have 4 types of storage devices, but for our level, we'll limit ourselves to 2. We have the primary storage device, and we have the secondary storage device. Remember that? And I said that primary storage device, we have the RAM, we have the ROM. Aisha, I can see you raising up your hand. Aisha, you can unmute yourself now. Shomoni, Aisha, unmute yourself now on top.
It was a mistake.
Okay. So we can continue with the class. Okay. All right, I said that we have the RAM, we have the ROM. RAM stores information temporarily, while the ROM stores it permanently. Then we also have the secondary storage devices, ranging from our hard disk, or we simply call it hard disk drive, floppy disk, flash, cloud, memory card, zip, and our CD. Remember all those ones. So those are what we learned last class. Today, inshallah, we'll be looking at areas where we use a computer, or we simply put application of a computer. So I'll be sharing the slide with you now. So, invention of computers has led to the advancement in science and technology, no doubt about that. Ever since we have discovered computer has made advancements virtually in everything that we do. Life has become more efficient, at least, with the use of computer in our day-to-day life. Before, when the computer started, especially in the first generation computers, second generation computers, is only large organizations that uses use computer for scientific researches and engineering application, especially when you are talking about supercomputers. And the reason is not far-fetched. Most of those, the first generation and second generation computers, they are very big, and even they can be as big as a house. So there is no how we can have it. It's when we now got to the fourth or third generation computer that we start having PC. That's personal computers. So it's obvious then that because of the largeness of computer, only research organizations uses computer. But now, today, we use computer virtually in every field of our life. There is no field that is not using computer. So we want to be looking at areas. We just look at some of the areas. The truth about the topic is that virtually all aspects of life, virtually all field of life uses computer. So we just look at the major areas in our class today. So, because we are in class, we'll first look at education. We use computer in education, like what we are doing now. What is making it possible is because we have computer. Of course, because there is pandemic, we cannot be in the four wall of our classes, and we have to learn. So what do? We download Zoom, we connect ourselves, and we start teaching. We are in the comfort of our home, and yet we are still learning. So very useful for us is a computer. And don't forget, I told you in our earlier class that we have already defined computer as anything that accepts data, process it, and give out information. So when I'm saying computer, I'm not talking about our laptop, I'm not talking about our desktop, I'm not even talking about our laptop. Everything that accepts data, process it, and give you information, and it's an electronic machine, then we can simply refer to it as a computer. Just to remind us. So when I'm talking about computer, don't shift your mind to that I'm talking about only about our laptop. No. Everything that is electronic, that accepts data, process it, and give you information, then is a what? Is a computer. So in education, computer is very, very useful to us. Those are some of the places where you use computer in education. Computer-based education, like the one we are doing, is computer-based. Yes, teacher is somewhere in his house, you are also in your house, and we are learning. So that is a computer-based education. At least if you have not heard about CBE before, you have heard about CBT. That is doing online examination. Very popular with us here in Nigeria is JAM. JAM do CBT. Many companies do CBT. You want to do exam on the computer, just you submit, you get your answer. And you can see the difference when JAM is being done on paper. Before you submit, before you buy your form, you fill, you go and submit, you queue up, you spend a lot of time, you spend a lot of energy, but now you register on the computer at your convenience, then you write your exam. You see that before you get your results, JAM results, you can spend like 6 months, 7 months, some results will even be missing, some paper will even be missing. But now, to do it on computer, in the next 24 hours, people start getting their results. So, computer-based education, computer-based test, that's the meaning of CBE. We have computer-aided learning, we have distance learning, like what we are doing also is distance. We are not together and we are learning. We have online examination for education. Even in the four wall of our classes, we still use computer-based technology to learn, even in the class. Yes, where we use our computer, we use our projector, we give assignments. Even when we are giving assignments, sometimes they give you assignment to go and Google. And you research and get your answer and print out, or you submit the soft copy. So aside the distance or online learning, online examination, even when we are in school, when we are in class, we still use like in Osun, for example, the students were given what we call appointment. Appointment is just like a tablet given to all the students to learn from. University of Ilorin too is doing that. Even though you still be in class, you still have access to computer gadgets to learn. So we use, one of the way by which we apply computer is when we use it for what? We use it for education. And we use for education to learn, you do exam, you get results to make researches. So that's on education. Also, we use computer in area of business. In the area of business, also, we use a computer. Firstly, in business, we use computer to communicate. We send email. Look at, and this is the one that you are familiar with, our IKDC, EKDC, our NEPA. Now they don't bring a paper bill. They send bill to your via your phone. You pay. Many a time before you go and queue up in their offices. Now you can just punch in where they have any POS. You pay. We're now using computer. You have access to email, instant messages, customer care. On your system, you have any problem with your phone, your SIM, you don't need to go to Airtel or MTN office like we used to do before. You can just call their customer care and they attend to you. Even NEPA, you call their customer care, they attend to you. And so marketing also, you can see advert here and there. It's because of computer that one is possible. You see adverts here and there on your phone, on the computer, on the television. You listen to the market, they make adverts. They do marketing videos where you see, they tell you the usefulness of their products. And also in business, we use computer even to do accounts. Like Peachtree, for example, the software that they use for accounting purposes. So we use that too in business. Of course, storage. We go to bank and they will use a computer to store data, to store information about their customers, about their staff, about everything that they have. So they use a computer also. Then when you want to give reports of what they do, we use spreadsheets. That's you have chart there. You can use graphs. That's on Excel. They use that on Excel. You can use even word processor, but the one that is very conversant with businesses is Excel, Peachtree, and some other softwares that are used in business. Also in science and technology, we use computer. So I've mentioned education, areas where we use a computer or where computer are applicable. Like I said, as a way of reminder that every aspect of our life, virtually every aspect, let me put it that way, that we use computer. But all this one we are mentioning, we are just mentioning few major ones. It is peculiar to us or to our level. We have mentioned education, we have mentioned business, now we are in science. So scientific researches are made using computer. Recently, you see that US sent one of its jets into the space. It is as a result of research and other things, and even computer, even to propel the jet even into the space. So science have made, or computer have made science easy, where you can do complex computations. Complex computations like you see when you listen to radio, when you listen to TV, you see people telling you they are forecasting the weather. That's one of the complex complex calculations that we do. Okay, because of this, it's most likely that it's going to rain tomorrow in Lagos, there will be rain. In Kano, there will be heat. In Sokoto, there will be breeze. It's as a result of a complex calculation and computation. Then data analysis, modeling, storage and data transfer, mapping. Then we collaborate. So that's one of those things that we use. We use computer for in science too. Also in medicine, we use computer. A good example is our X-ray. When somebody has fracture, you want to know, ordinary camera cannot, so you use X-ray that can pass through the skin and go and take the picture of the bone. So we use that. Diagnostic system, where computer is used to collect data and identify causes of illness. Then they use it to do tests. So when you are sick, take your blood sample and say, okay, like this COVID-19 that we have, you can see before you enter into any public place, they place a thermometer on your head. That thermometer is a computer. They can easily use that to detect your temperature. And okay, your temperature is more than normal. And say, okay, let's place this person aside. We go and do scan for you, do all sorts of tests for you. Then we use it to monitor patient monitoring system, like they use it to monitor the heartbeat. That's what we call cardiac. If the heart is not functioning well, ECG, that scan, you can scan, they can tell you, okay, so day, plus or minus 2 weeks, this pregnant person is going to deliver. They can tell you, okay, because of what we see in our scan, this person will likely give birth to a male or will likely give birth to a female. Then they can easily tell you, even before the day of delivery, that because of the way we are seeing the position of this child, it's better that you go on a CS. It's better you go for operation, or you can give birth naturally. So these are some of the things. Then during surgery too, we use computer to monitor everything. Then in pharmacy, that's under medicine too, we can use it to detect or check drug labels, expiry dates, harmful drug, the side effects, and so on and so forth. Also, computer is also used to store patient history. Okay, this person used to come periodically for this kind of diseases, what symptoms the person have, the medicine that doctors have prescribed before, how does the doctor that is now handling, how does he continue with that? So we use all that in medicine. Of course, in agriculture, we also use computer. Don't forget, we have mentioned education, we have mentioned science, we have mentioned medicine, we have mentioned business. So we are moving to agriculture. Also agriculture too, in agriculture, we use computer. You can use the computer to test the soil sample. We use it for farmland assessment, okay, geographical information system. Okay, this place, that's when you're talking about the soil condition, drainage, slope, soil pH, nutrient status. We use computer to make assessment of the soil. That one will give you an idea of what you can plant in a particular area. What's the condition of the soil? What's the slope condition, the drainage condition, the soil pH, if the soil is acidic, if the soil is base. So we have to know what is the nutrient status of that soil, what is the water retaining capacity of that soil. So we use geographic information system, GIS, to monitor that. Then also we use, of course, we use autonomous farm equipment and tractors that are computer based, like the one they use for there are some poultry these days that are automated. is the work of the computer. The human effort will just be less there. The computer will just spread the feed evenly, give them water, clear their waste, and so on and so forth. Also, to collect milk from cows, we use a computer in doing that. So also in Agri 2, computer is very, very relevant. Farm software, yes, application software that can give you records of what you have on your poultry, to track your animal history, milk production, offspring productivity, and so on and so forth. Then networking for farmers, e-agriculture, and so on and so forth. Those are the ways, those are the areas where we use a computer in agriculture. Also in engineering, we make use of a computer. Of course, computer and technology, they work together, but we still use computer even in engineering. A good example is our robotic engineering. Robots make use of computer. It's a kind of program that you have put in the robot that make it to work. These days now, if you want to, yes, in like AutoCAD, ArchiCAD, architectural engineering, you can draw the plan of your house and see how it's going to be even before you start digging anything on the ground. They use it to draw the plan of the house in 2D, and they can give you in 3 dimensions where you will see the house as if you have already completed it. Then you can say, okay, this is the kind of paint I'm going to use, this, okay, I like this one, change this, change that, even before you start building. It's a result of the use of a computer. In structural engineering, they use it to analyze the kind of building, budget, everything that you will need. We use it in ships, buildings, airplanes, and so on and so forth. So in engineering, we definitely use the computer. In fact, it makes engineering work very, very easy and more accurate. So we use that in engineering. Also in the military, of course, we also use a computer. We have mentioned education, business, science, engineering. Now we are in the military. So of course in military, in warfare, we use a computer. At least very close to us is what happened in Iran when US take out one of their military heads. So what was used was not even, there was no human presence. Yes, they used drone. So it was drone that was used even to attack. So nobody was there. Somebody was just somewhere and was controlling the drone. So the drone is like a small plane or small, but that will just move on its own. So nobody will be there to attack. So it's as a result of a computer. So computer are largely used in defense, modern tanks, missiles, weapons, drones generally are used in military. So military is where computer has been used as missile control, military communication, military operation and planning, and smart weapons like the drone that we mentioned. Also in banking, we use a computer. Your ATM, at least we all know, if not anything, we are all familiar with ATM. ATM before, you can only use it to withdraw money. So with the presence of ATM now, you have 24 hours banking. You can go anywhere to go and get your money. And like in our own, we have only before we used to have only ATM there where you can withdraw. But in other places where you can even over withdraw, you overdraft, you can have it. That is like you are borrowing money from the bank. You can do that. Now we are having even ATM that you can use to deposit money. Yes, we have it now in some of the bank where we can send money. I'm not talking about transfer using the ATM. There are some ATM now that you can take cash, you input the person's account number, and you place the cash inside the ATM, and it's going to send for you. That's the work of the computer. And aside that, we also transfer, we buy things online, we pay online, we collect money online, people give us money online, we also give people money online, we transact business. Yes, you can pay your NEPA bill, you can pay for your GoTV, even in the comfort of your house without moving anywhere. That's the work of a computer. In bank also, they have customer information, name, address, phone number, date of birth. That's why you see some bank, on the day of your birthday, if you have registered with them, they will send birthday message to you because they have your information. And they have social security and so on and so forth. So they store their product too on the computer, 737, GTB, 966, Zenith, 901, Access, and so on and so forth. You can see it's because of work of a computer. So you can do virtually almost everything even without going to the bank. So it's very, very easy. You make withdrawal, you make deposit, you apply for loan, you track you can even check your account balance, and so on and so forth on the computer. Then entertainment, of course, this will interest you. On the computer, we play games, we watch movies, we even create. You can also even create a game yourself. You can create all these cartoons that you watch. It use computer game, computer cartoon, PlayStation, all those ones that they use. It's a result of the presence of a computer that we use in entertainment. So, television, movie, music, games, and so on and so forth. Also in sports. Yes, in sports, we also use a computer. Forget the slide. Okay. Sports, we use computer. Equipment that we use in sports, at least the board that the fourth official used to bring, linesman, the fourth official, aside the two linesmen, at least in football, they would raise up a board to say that, okay, so time is remaining. Somebody want to go out, somebody want to come in. Is a computer, is one of the products of computer. The scoreboard is computer. Replay that you watch when you are watching football is computer. They use computer to sell tickets. Some use card, you just place it, it admits you into the system, and so on and so forth. The camera they also use is computer. And now they are even doing a game where you do competition, sport competition, even on game. Yes, you play game on the computer. So it's part of a sport. Then library and museum, we also use a computer. We use computer and library to make records of books, encyclopedias, CD. A whole CD can contain all the encyclopedia or Encyclopedia Britannica, Encyclopedia Americana, all other encyclopedias. From just a CD, you slot it and you start accessing them. So books and so on and so forth, paper, magazine, online journals. You have assignments, just go to Google. It's library. So those are what we have. So summarily, these are where we use a computer. So I'll open the class now. If you have any question, you can now ask. Question time. If you have question, raise up your hand so that I can allow you. Karim Ali Amin, I just got your message that you cannot see the screen. Sorry about that. Karim Ali Amin, unmute yourself and ask your question.
Sir, can we use Google computer to download apps on our computer?
Google is not a computer. Google is an online software, like a website that you can use. Yes, when you have any assignment, you can use it to download. All you need to do is that when you go to their website, just type exactly what you wanted to search for. It's like a search engine. It's a search engine, not like it's like a search engine. It's a search engine where you can ask for whatever you want to have, but you have to be concise in how you put in your question so that Google can give you exactly what you need. Let me give you an example. If you want to search for RAM, for example, RAM, you know, based on computer, RAM means random access memory. You understand? But that's not the only thing that use RAM. RAM can also mean the one that we kill within the layer.
Yes, sir.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
So you have to be specific of what you are searching for, because Google will just bring in all those things that are related to what you are asking for. So you are the one that will now stop and select the exact one you are looking for. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then unmute yourself back. Any other person? Thank you, Karim, for listening to instruction. I appreciate that. Hi, Miriam. You want to ask question? Miriam, you can unmute yourself and ask your question now.
Go ask a question.
What do you say? You are not asking question? Miriam? Abolore, unmute yourself now and ask your question.
Sir, where are we going to copy the computer notes?
I'm going to send the slide to your the WhatsApp group. So you can take it there.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So you can unmute yourself now.
Sir, what are those things that
Any question? Abolore, are you still raising up your hand? So if there is no other question, can we call it a day? So if you have anything to say, you can mute yourself.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, I want to ask that the people that create application, what are they called?
They are the software engineers. You can create application. It depends on if you have the knowledge of how to the programmers. You understand? The programmers are
Yes,
software
sir.
engineers. So they write program based on the needs or particular need of some people, or they just create it to sell. Or you can just look at somebody needs and write a program in that regard. Okay? So when you write, so you call them software engineer, you simply call them programmers. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Lawal Muhammad Siddiq, ask your question. Unmute yourself and ask your question.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Hi, sir. How do I connect my
Lawal Muhammad
Hi,
Siddiq.
sir. Sir, can I create a video on my own and send it on post it on YouTube, sir?
I didn't get that.
Can I create a video on YouTube and post it?
Can you play video on YouTube?
Yes, sir.
Yes, now that's what YouTube is meant for.
Can you see now we can do it, sir?
Abbas Ablai, unmute yourself. You can ask question. Yes.
Those are good webmasters.
Abbas Abdullah, oh yeah, I'm listening. Abbas Abdullah, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Okay, if there is no question, then we call it a day. Good day, everyone. Bye-bye for now.